this on before I start teaching you. Okay, testing. Is it working? We're all good? Okay. All right, so I'll have you take a child's pose. You can bring the knees wide or together. You'll sit back and place the forehead on the earth. And just begin to ground your thoughts, letting them spill from the mind between the eyebrows onto the mat. And begin to deepen your breath, allowing each inhale to expand the body all the way around. Each exhale dropping you deeper into the mat. And if there's anything heavy or hard or tense that's been pent up in the body, I want you to bring it to the surface on this next inhale and then spit it out on the exhale. Again, draw it up to the center and spit it out. One last time, big inhale. Exhale. Gently begin to lift the forehead and the gaze as you walk up to a seated position, maybe a hero's. Placing the hands on the knees, either gazing straight ahead or closing the eyes. Bring it back to the breath. The inhale, elongating the spine as you reach towards the sun. The exhale, firmly grounding to the earth beneath you. Bring your hands to heart center and start to draw the breath into that space. Feeling the expansion of your heart energy. I want you to set an intention. And I want to give you permission to make that intention as wild and as magical and maybe as impractical as your heart desires. And when that feels really clear and set in the mind and in the heart, we'll make our way to a tabletop. Inhale drops the belly, gazing up. And don't worry, you can take your time. Exhale rounds the spine, gazing down. Flow at the pace of your own breath, moving vertebrae by vertebrae. Feel free to make it your own and move in any way that feels good to the body. Just inhaling to open and exhaling to round. We'll start to make our way back to a neutral spine, tucking the toes and lifting the heels high, down dog. Maybe you shake those hips side to side, or maybe you're ready for stillness. Whichever you choose, keep the focus on the breath. Your deepest, fullest breaths for 3, 2, and 1. Walk those feet behind the hands, hip distance or wider. Let the upper body hang heavy. Maybe the arms grab the legs, maybe they grab opposite elbows. Again, you can choose stillness or movement, whatever your body needs as you wake it up. Filling that body with the breath. 3, 2, and 1. Release the elbows if they're grabbed and roll up one vertebrae at a time. Drop the shoulders, open the palms, step the feet together, standing in Tadasana, mountain pose at the top of your mat. Elongate the spine as the crown of the head reaches towards the sky. Remember that intention that you set, hold it in your hands. Now breathe with it. Inhale, lifting it high. Exhale, fold, pull it down to earth. Inhale, lengthen the spine, gaze to the horizon. Exhale, step back to plank, hold it right there. Gaze between the palms, pressing the mat away. Draw the belly button in towards the spine. Feel the fire. Move it through the body with the breath. One more deep breath here. And then the next inhale shifts the shoulders to the fingertips. Exhale, lowers down slowly. Inhale, lift the heart, top of the feet, lay flat. Exhale, hips go high, heels to the earth, down dog. Engage through Mula Bandha, press the heels towards the earth and breathe. Start to channel that fire in the body, pressing it out through the palms on the exhale. 3, 2, 1. On the bottom of the exhale, bend the knees, gaze forward. Inhale, travel to the front of your mat. Exhale, fold, tuck the chin. Inhale all the way up, grab the sun. Exhale, pull it into the heart. Remember your intention right here at heart center. Fill it with the breath. And inhale, lift it back to the sky. Exhale, fold forward, make a connection to the earth. Inhale, lengthen, straighten that spine. Exhale, step the right leg back for a low lunge. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, frame the foot. Inhale to plank. Exhale, knees, chest, and chin, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, take it back like you're going to child's pose, then lift the hips high, down dog. Inhale, right leg back, three-legged dog. Exhale, send it through, low lunge. Again, we're gonna rise up on that inhale. Exhale, frame the foot. Inhale, big step, top of the mat. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way up, grab the sun. Exhale, hands to heart. One breath here. Remember that intention with the breath. Inhale lifts you back to the sky. Feel free to go at your own pace. Exhale pulls you back to the earth. Ground it down. Inhale, lengthen out. Exhale, left leg goes back, drop the knee. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands to the earth. Inhale, plank. Exhale, knees, chest and chin, or chaturanga. Inhale, lift the heart up, dog. Exhale, hips go high, heels to the earth. Inhale, left leg lifts high, three-legged dog. Exhale, send it through, low lunge, drop the back knee. Inhale, reach. Exhale, hands to the earth. Inhale, step forward. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way up, grab the sun. Exhale, hands to the heart. Take a breath here. Sun B. Inhale, sit back into chair. Squeeze those legs together. Let the heart lift towards the hands. Gaze where you're reaching. Tuck the tailbone under for 3. Let the fire move through you, 2. On 1, we fold. Exhale, bring it down. Inhale, lengthen, gaze to your horizon. Exhale, step or jump back to plank. Lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Right foot comes forward right away, warrior 1. Rise on the inhale. Exhale, bring it back to the earth, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Left foot comes forward right away, rise on the inhale. Exhale, back to earth, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Find that connection to the earth and breathe. Big inhale through the nose and exhale, sigh it out. Again, inhale, sigh it out. Last time, inhale, sigh it out, exhale. Inhale, exhale through the nose, bend the knees, gaze forward. Inhale, travel to the top of your mat. Exhale, fold, tuck the chin. Inhale all the way up, grab the sun. Exhale, pull it into the heart. Last time, make a connection to that intention. Hold it between your palms. And inhale, lift it high. Sitting back into chair, tuck that tailbone under. Gaze and breath, lift that heart energy high. For 3, 2, 1. Fold on the exhale. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, step or jump back to plank. Lower chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Right leg comes forward right away. Rise on the inhale. Exhale, bring it back to earth, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Left foot comes forward right away. Rise on the inhale. Exhale, bring it back to earth, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. This is your space. Option to take child's pose to ground. Take the next 5 breaths and really channel that energy. 5, 4, 3, 2. If you're in child's pose, come back to down dog. And 1. We'll all drop our knees for camel on the exhale. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, place the hands at the low back. Inhale, press the hips forward, squeezing the elbows. Exhale, drop back. Keep pressing those hips as far forward as you can, grounding yourself to the earth through the thighs. Letting the heart open for 3. Surrender into the fall, 2. And 1. Inhale, rise up, straight spine. Exhale, drop down to your puppy. Hips stack right over the knees, belly towards the thighs, heart towards the earth. If you can place the chin on the mat, go ahead and do so. Lean into that heart. Breathing here for 3. 2. And 1. On the inhale, walk those palms in. Lay them on the mat for a forearm inversion. Now, I want you to lift those hips high. Elbows to fingertips are parallel on the mat. I'm gazing about right here. Keep that gaze as you walk those toes as far forward as you can. Now, there's 2 ways to get in. One would be to jump and to just practice jumping here today. Just draw those knees into the chest. And if you really draw the knees into the chest, you're not going to fall forward. You're going to fall backwards. The other way is to lift one leg into the air as far up as you can go, and then try to lift the other, little jumps. Good work. 3, 2, 1. Let's bring it back for a child's pose. Knees wide, arms forward. Rest the forehead on the mat. Balance that effort with rest for 3. Deep, full breaths. 2, 1. Inhale, rise back up for that forearm. Lift the hips high. Dolphin pose. 3, 2, 1. Rise into the palms for down dog on the inhale. Exhale, bend the knees, gaze forward. Inhale, step or hop to the front of your mat. Exhale, fold forward, tuck the chin. Inhale, bend down. Exhale, place the hands out in front of you for crow. Get those knees right into the elbows. I promise we're not building a ton of fire. Gaze about a foot in front of you. Really shift as far forward as you can. Get those shoulders over the fingertips and beyond. Maybe you lift both feet. Maybe you lift one. Looks really good. Keep playing with it. You don't get it on your first try. You just have fun with it. Breathing 3, 2, 1. We're going to come into Malasana. So heels in, toes out. Bring those hands to the heart. You feel that, right? The fire moving through your body, circulating. Keep fanning it through the breath. Circulate that fire through the body. Let it burn up everything that needs to be clarified. Feel the weight in your feet. Place the right hand on the earth. Inhale, left arm to the sky. Exhale, gaze over that left shoulder. Maybe you take a bind here, or maybe you stay right where you are. Letting the heart open for 3. Feet pressing into the earth, still active. 2. and 1. Exhale, releases back to center. Inhale, rise, open, this time with the right arm. Exhale, either hold here or take the bind behind the back. Each inhale, opening the heart. Exhale, pressing firmly through the feet. 3, 2, 1. Exhale brings you back to the earth. Inhale, lift the hips high. Exhale, turn the toes forward, hip distance or wider. Grab the big toes with the peace sign fingers. Inhale, lengthen out. Exhale, fold. Elbows go out to the side. Chin tucks. You can take as much of a bend in the knee as you need here, slowly straightening the legs over time. That could be breaths, that could be days, that could be years. There is no timeline, no rush. You just are where you are. Breathe in that space for 3, 2, and 1. On the inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, release the feet, hands to the hips. Inhale, stand tall. Exhale, drop the hands and the shoulders. We're gonna come into a balancing posture. Shift the weight into the left leg. Draw the right knee up into the air for tree. You'll place it either above or below the knee. Little kickstand on the earth is a nice trick too. Lift the chin, gaze straight ahead. And when you feel solid, let those branches evolve. The original form, the traditional form is always here for you to come back to. And so is your own evolution. Breathe steady. 3, 2. Come on, breathe like you mean it. 1. Inhale, draw that knee to center, hands to the heart. Exhale, send it back behind you for a warrior 3. Turn that pinky toe down towards the mat. Gaze is either on the earth a few feet ahead of you or straight ahead if you want to challenge. Breathe with it. 3, 2, 1. Slowly drop that back leg for a crescent lunge. Inhale, reach the arms high. Exhale, sink into that front knee, get it all the way over the ankle. Left hip pulls to the back of the room, right hip presses forward to square. Press that right heel to the back of the room, activating that right thigh. Fill the space with the breath. Coming into a twist. Inhale, hands to heart center. Exhale over that left knee. Press the palms together. Gaze up over that left shoulder. You can stay right here. Option to open the arms, possibly even take a bind if you like. Breathing with force. Pressing that back heel to the back of the room for 3, 2, 1. Inhale, come all the way up. Open into warrior 2 on that exhale. Front of the room, bend into that left knee. Gaze over the fingertips, back foot turned out 90 degrees. Send that front knee slightly towards the baby toe and gaze strongly over the fingertips. Remember that intention. See it, gaze at it, breathe with it. You're bringing it to the life through the breath. On your next inhale, straighten that front leg for triangle. Exhale, reach forward and down. Plant the left palm either on the shin, the earth, or a block. Try to take the gaze up towards the fingertips. Turn the heart towards the sky. Press that back right heel into the earth and open towards the sun with each breath. 3, 2, 1. On your inhale, reach that right hand to the earth. Exhale, frame the foot, step that back foot up for pyramid. Inhale, lengthen the spine, straighten out. Exhale, fold forward, push that left hip to the back of the room. Right hip reaches forward, chin reaching towards the shin. If you really want to go all out here, you'll gaze at the toes. Each inhale, lengthening the spine. Each exhale, dropping into the posture. Circulating that fire through the breath for 3, 2, 1. Inhale, rise up. We're going to come into a half moon. Place that left hand on the earth. Lift the right leg up high. We're going to open to the right side. Right arm reaches to the sky. Gaze down to stabilize. Gaze up to challenge yourself. Breathe that stability in for 3, 2, 1. Inhale brings the right hand to the earth. Exhale lowers that foot to the top of the mat. Fold forward. Move those hips side to side. Take some bends in the knees. Shake it out. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, hands to hips. Use the core. Rise on the inhale. Exhale, cross that left leg over the right. We're coming into a standing pigeon. Bend the right knee. Start to draw the chest close to the left shin. Maybe you place your hands on the earth for a little stability here, or maybe some blocks if you have those handy. You can also begin to wrap the arms around the leg and pull it in even closer with the elbows. Feel free to play with this posture and make it your own. 3, 2, 1. Rise up on your inhale. Take it slow. Exhale, release. Shake it out. All right, from the top, let's keep working with that heat. Bring the left knee into the chest. Place it above or below the knee for tree. Once you feel stable, rooted, let your expression bloom. There is no correct way to bloom. There is no correct intention to set. Just what's naturally coming out of your heart. Breathe with it. 1 more deep breath. Then we'll inhale the knee to center, hands to heart. Exhale, leg back behind you, warrior 3. Gaze is either on the earth, a few feet ahead of you, or straight ahead for a challenge. Feel the energy of the breath as it moves through this posture. 3, 2, 1. Low lunge, drop that left leg to the mat. Inhale, lift the arms high for crescent. Exhale, sink into that front knee, get it all the way over the ankle. Pull that right hip to the back of the room, press the left hip forward. Breathe. Feel the energy, the heat circulating through your body. Move it. One more deep breath here. Then we'll go to our twist. Inhale, hands to heart center. Exhale, twist over that right knee. Press the palms together. Option to take the variations of opening the arms or binding behind the back. Keep gazing over that right shoulder and pressing the left heel to the back of the room. Breathing 3, 2, release any binds if you have them. 1, we'll inhale up into warrior 2. Exhale, stabilizing, bend into that front knee. Strong gaze over the front fingertips. Feel the fire move through the legs. Channel it up into the heart. Purify it. 3, 2, 1. Inhale, straightens the front leg for triangle. Exhale, reaches forward and down. Reach that left arm towards the sky. Turn the heart up and gaze towards the hands. Each inhale, expanding through the heart. Exhale, firmly planting those feet into the earth. 3, 2, 1. Inhale, left hand to the earth for pyramid. Exhale, lift that back foot up about 2 or 3 feet behind the front foot. Inhale, lengthens the spine. Exhale, folds forward, pushing that right hip to the back of the room. Maybe you're reaching the chin towards the shin, gaze at the toes. Or maybe you're allowing the body to relax a little bit here, rounding through the spine. My main ask is that you stay with the breath. You stay with the fire that you're cultivating, and you continue to fan the flame through the body. 1 more breath here. And then we'll come into our half moon. Inhaling forward, plant that right hand on the earth. Lift the left leg to the sky, and as you're ready, reach the left arm up. Gazing down at the right hand for stability, or up at the left hand for a balanced challenge. Feel the openness and expansiveness of each inhale. 3, 2, 1. Bring the left hand to the earth. Left foot comes to the top of the mat, forward fold. Bending, pedaling out the knees, side to side. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, hands to hips. Inhale, stand tall. Exhale, cross the right leg over the left, figure 4. Begin to bend into that left knee for a standing pigeon. You can place those hands on the hips, on the earth, at prayer. You have lots of options here. Just try to reach the chest towards the leg to deepen the stretch. Breathe. Notice where the fire is churning and breathe into that space. 3, dropping in. 2, 1. Inhale, rise slowly. Exhale, release, shake it out. We're gonna take that right leg and send it to the back of the mat, turning to the right side for an open A. Feet parallel. Inhale, interlace the hands behind the back, lift the heart. Exhale, fold forward, tucking the chin, reaching the crown of the head towards the earth. Press the palms together. Let the shoulders stretch as the feet firmly press into the mat, engaged in the legs. Breathing like you mean it for 3, 2, 1. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, release. Inhale, Skandasana at the top of the mat. Exhale, turn those right toes up towards the sky. You can keep the hands at heart center. You can fold forward. You can take another bind. Feel free to open and express the body as it wants. Breathing life into the posture with each inhale. 3, 2, 1. Inhale turns you to a low lunge at the top of the mat. Exhale, drop the back knee. Inhale, reach the arms up, pull the knee over the ankle. Exhale, press the right hip to the front of the room, left hip pulls back. 3, 2, 1. Sink into the hips. Front knee reaches towards the toes. Right thigh reaches towards the earth. You can stay right here, or you can begin to open the heart, taking a slight back bend. Really pressing into that front knee to stabilize the back bend. Pressing the back of the right foot into the mat for 3, 2, 1. Inhale, straightens the spine. Exhale to the right side of the foot. Walk the left foot over to the side of the mat. You can keep the back knee down to really drop into the hips and open via stretch. Or you can lift that back knee and strengthen. Up to you. Trying to get bendy or strong in this exact moment. Figure it out. Take a deep breath and decide how deep you want to go. Do you want to drop to the forearms? Do you want to press through the palms? You've got a lot of freedom here to make choices. Fill the posture with the breath, whichever one you've chosen. Light it up for 3, 2, 1. Bring that knee back to center. Walk it in between the hands. Inhale, straighten that front leg. Exhale, point the toes. Inhale, flex the toes. Do that for a few more breaths, pointing and flexing. Notice which one's tighter. You're either going to hold that in a full or a half split. For my half split, people pull that left hip to the back of the room. Gaze towards the toes as you fold forward, lengthening in the back of the leg. For my full split people, squeeze both legs together, squeeze the thighs together, keeping them active in the stretch. If you need to use your hands to support yourself, go ahead and do so. If you don't, bring them to the hips, let gravity do its work. Bring it back to the breath. I know it's getting intense. 3, 2, 1. Slowly work your way back to that low lunge on the inhale. Exhale. Walk the left foot over to the right side of the mat. Lay it down for pigeon. Draw the right hip down to the ankle. Fold forward. Reach those fingertips to the very top of the mat as far as you can go. Maybe you rest the chin or the forehead on the earth. Just let any part of you that is touching there ground. Breathing. For 3, 2, 1. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, swing that back leg to the front of the room. So the right leg is extended, left knee is bent. Pull the right toes towards you, heels stacked in line with the hip. Inhale, lift the heart, hands and gaze. Exhale, fold forward as that left hip stays grounded to the earth. Gaze at the toes. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, drop in just a bit deeper. Breathe with it. 5. Keep flexing those right toes towards you. 4. 3. Press the left hip to the earth. 2. 1. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, left hand back behind you. Inhale, lift the hips, side back bend. Open the heart, hips, and throat for 3, 2, 1. Gently bring it back to the earth. Cross the left leg over the right. Inhale, lift the right arm high. Exhale, twist to the left. Pull those front toes towards you. Mula Bandha engaged. Inhale, lengthens the spine. Exhale, deepens the twist. Chin lifted. Breathe your fullest, deepest breath here. 3, 2, 1. Inhale, gaze to center. Exhale, counter twist or reach the heart to the opposite side. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, bend the knees. Hands behind you for reverse tabletop. Inhale, lift the hips high. Exhale, drop the head back. Breathing. 3, 2, 1. Slowly lower down. Now try to think about this as little as possible. I'm just going to stand up. Maybe you reach those hands forward and lift through the heels. Here we are. We've been here before, top of the mat. Take stock. What's building? What's burning up? The fire burns away old things, old patterns, old tendencies, old ways of being. Let it. Take that left leg back, opening to the left side, feet parallel. Inhale, hands to the hips, lift the heart. Exhale, fold forward, press those feet into the mat. Tuck the chin, gaze towards the navel. Maybe those hands come onto the earth. Bending into the elbows, pulling yourself deeper. Maybe they stay on the hips. Engage through Mula Bandha for 3, 2, 1. Inhale, lengthen the spine, hands under the shoulders. Exhale, hands to hips. Use those core muscles, stand tall on the inhale. Exhale, Skandasana, top of the mat. Turn those left toes up towards the sky. You can stay right here, hands at the heart. Maybe you fold forward. Maybe you take a bind. Feel free to express the way your body needs. Opening with each inhale. For 3, 2, and 1. Inhale at the top of the mat, low lunge. Exhale, drop the back knee. Inhale, straighten that front leg for a half split. Begin to point and flex the toes. Finding which is tighter, which needs to be held today. And then either holding that in a half split or a full. For that half split, you're going to push that right hip to the back of the room, reaching the chin towards the shin, gaze at the toes. Now, it might look more up here, but that's okay. It doesn't actually matter what it looks like. It matters what it feels like. So stay with the breath and cultivate that internal space. For 3, sinking a little deeper. 2, 1. Start to make your way back to a low lunge on the inhale. Nice and slow. Exhale, walk it over to the right side for our pigeon. Back knee can drop or it can be lifted up. You can stay in the palms or you can drop to the forearms. You'll slowly let that right knee fall to the side, peeling the inside of the foot off the mat, opening the hips. Breathing strong. Staying with the posture. Anytime you do something challenging, you're creating friction, you're creating heat. Heat is the predecessor to change. Tapas. On your next inhale, bring that knee back to center. Exhale, reframe the foot with the palms, and inhale, rise up. Maybe the hands reach above, maybe they rest on the knee. Pull the right hip back, press the left hip forward. Heart stays lifted, gaze is either straight ahead or to the sky. Feel what's happening in your expression. There's an embodiment going on, a direction, a channeling through the breath. Start to bend into that front knee to open the hips. Send it towards the toes, left thigh reaching towards the earth. Maybe you even take a slight back bend. Letting the heart open. Back of the top foot pressing into the earth for 3, 2, 1. Inhale, straightens the spine. Exhale, reframes the foot, walking it over to the left side for pigeon. Left hip draws towards the ankle and we fold forward. Resting on the earth, letting gravity do what it does so well, which is weigh things back to the earth. That steady, solid heaviness. Surrender to gravity just a little more on this next exhale. Breathing for 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, swing the back leg to the front of the mat. Right knee is out to the side, left heel and left hip are in line. Inhale, lift the heart and the hands. Exhale, fold forward, reaching, flexing those left toes. Inhale, lengthens the spine. Exhale, drops in a little deeper, grounding that right hip to the earth, gaze at the toes. Fill the posture with the breath. As vigorously as you can, stay with the breath. 3. Good. 2. 1. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, right hand behind you. Inhale, lifts the hips high, open the heart. Lift the hips to the sky for 3, 2. Keep opening. 1. Bring it down nice and slow. Cross the right leg over the left. Inhale, left arm high, left leg flexed. Exhale, twist to the right, gaze over the shoulder. Mula Bandha engaged. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, deepen the twist. Wring out the spine through the breath. 3, 2, 1. Inhale, gaze to center. Exhale, counter twist or reach the heart to the earth on the opposite side. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, feet together, knees out wide. Pull the heels in close to the body, open the feet up like a book. We'll start out just by sitting tall, shoulders back, knees pressing towards the earth. Breathe. Lift the heart. Let's fold forward now. Gently on the exhale, hinge forward. Elbows can press the knees down. You can round or straighten the spine. Send the breath between the shoulder blades, expanding the back of the heart. Last breath here. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, knees together. Palms go out, toes lift for boat pose on the inhale. Gaze at the toes or up at the sky. Draw the belly button in and up under the ribs. Breathing, 3, 2, 1. Hold it right there. Start to lower slowly to the mat for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let it go. Roll over onto your bellies. Bring your hands by your side, palms up, feet together. Inhale, lift chin, chest, and feet. Palms stay, or back of the hands stay resting on the earth. Each inhale lifts the heart and feet. Each exhale holds steady, engaging the legs and glutes. 3, 2, 1. Lower slowly on the exhale. Rest one cheek on the mat. Big toes touch, heels fall wide. Match your effort with rest. Beautiful. Now you can take that same posture we just took, or you can come with me to bow, bending both knees and grabbing the outsides of the ankles. Reach the toes towards each other, and on the inhale, lift knees, chin, and chest, opening the heart by pulling the shoulders back. Lift the chin, lift the heart, and ground by pressing the hips into the earth. 3, 2, lift just a bit higher on this inhale. Lower with control on the exhale. 1. Rest the opposite cheek on the mat. Big toes touch, heels drop wide. Final round, choose any of the 2 back bends we just did. Locust or bow. Take your pick and inhale, rise. Exhale, ground those hips into the earth. Gaze at the tip of the nose and breathe like you mean it. For 3, 2, 1. Lower slowly, rest the opposite cheek, bend the knees, and windshield wiper the feet side to side. Roll back onto your back. Bend the knees, draw them in close to the glutes. Inhale, lift the hips high for bridge. Exhale, hold steady. Squeeze the knees like there's a block between them, activating the glutes and outer thighs. Press the back of the head into the mat. Let the throat stay open as you fill the posture with the breath. 3. Lifting those hips just a bit higher, 2. And then bringing it all down slowly, 1. Strength is built in the release. Take your time. Rest. We'll take another back bend. Feel free to stay with bridge or come to wheel. Fingertips facing the shoulders, palms on the earth, elbows to the sky. Feet are hip distance or wider. On the inhale, press up through the palms and feet, lifting the hips high. Keep pressing, strong gaze between the palms. Filling the posture with each breath for 3, 2, lower with control, 1. Take your time. And we'll draw the knees into the chest, giving ourselves a big hug, rocking side to side, massaging the spine. Extend the legs straight up into the air. Put a footprint on the ceiling. Draw the toes back towards you and rest the hands at the side, palms up or down. Press the small of the back into the mat. Press the back of the head into the earth. Breathe. I'll invite you to stay right here where you are, or lift into shoulder stand, lifting the hips high and supporting the low back, elbows serving like a tripod. There's a slight tuck in the chin here, but keep the airway as open as possible, still filling this posture with your deepest, fullest breath. Engage through the backs of the legs, pressing the toes forward and tucking the tailbone under for 3, 2, 1. We'll start to reach those toes overhead for plow. Hinging at the hips and keeping them stacked over the shoulders. Hands can stay at the low back for support or rest down by the side. Breathing for 3, 2, 1. If you like to drop the knees down around the ears, feel free. Or you can roll down the mat and bring the feet together, reclined Baddha Konasana. 2 great options here. 3, 2, 1. Inhale, rise up, come to seated. Exhale, take a gentle, easy seat on the mat. Place your hands behind your back, interlace them. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, fold forward. Reach the forehead towards the mat. Ground those thoughts one last time. Breathing 3, 2, 1. Inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, release. Place the hands on the knees, sitting up tall and coming back to the breath. Just noticing what you've cultivated, what the fire has stirred up, clarified, purified. We'll start to breathe together. Inhale, fill the lungs. Second inhale, expand the heart. Release it slow. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, fill the lungs. Second inhale, expand the heart. Let it out slow. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Adding kumbhaka. Inhale, fill the lungs. Second inhale, expand the heart. Let it out slow to hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, tuck the chin. 1. Gaze at the heart. Inhale, fill the lungs. Second inhale, expand the heart. Let it out slow to hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, tuck the chin. Gaze at that space. Inhale, fill the lungs. Let it out. Again, inhale, fill the lungs. Second inhale, expand the heart. Let it out slow. 5, 4, 3, 2. Tuck the chin. Gaze at that space. Fall in. Surrender. Inhale, fill the lungs. Exhale, let it out. Last one. Inhale, fill the lungs. Second inhale, expand the heart. Let it out slow. 5, 4, 3, 2. Tuck the chin. Repeat your intentions in this space of darkness. Plant the seed. Hold it as long as you can. And when you have to take the inhale, take the inhale. And then bring it back to your regular breath. You can sit here and breathe and sit as long as you like, or you can lie back and take Shavasana. fire has sort of burned through, clarified. Plant the seed of what's new in the ashes. Set your new intention. You truly are the author of this story. So do so intentionally. I'll invite you to rise back up to seated when you feel ready, but feel free to take as much time as you need in the space that you're in. I'll lead us through closing. Again, stay where you are as long as you like. We'll bring our hands to our hearts, feeling that fire that's been cultivated. We'll inhale to take a bow. And on the exhale, nodding, acknowledging that inner light, that inner fire. Namaste. All right, wonderful people. Happy, fiery new moon. It truly is apparently the best time of the year for you to set an intention. Aries is the initiator. It's the new spark, the beginning. So whatever that spark is, fan it to flame through your consciousness, through writing it out, through being intentional with it. It's a heightened time. Work with it. We have a Costa Rica retreat in 2 weeks. If you've been